Hi everyone. Today's topic we are going to discuss about is health check implementation in .NET 5 application. So health checks are useful for analyzing the state of our application. Using these health checks we can do analyzing of our application like database connectivity or performance of the external API calls or performance of our DB query or analyzing the state of our application on deployment based on the load balances. Many things can be achieved using these health checks. So before going to further, I want to mention that this entire session has been made as blog. The link is available under the video description. So if you are interested, you can check the blog. So coming to this, our video session. Now for implementing health checks, I am going to create a .NET 5 application. If you are using Visual Studio 2019, you must have latest version of 16.8 point something of Visual Studio. But in this sample, I am using just normal Visual Studio using .NET CLI. So let's jump start into creating our sample project. So let's just jump into our session by creating a sample .NET 5 web API application. Since I am using .NET CLI command, let me open command prompt. So command is like .NET new and the template name like web API and name of my project. Let me name it as healthcheck.api. So this is going to create a .NET 5 web API applications for me. So it is creating. Yeah, it is completed. Now I have project here. See, health check API. Let me open Visual Studio Code. LCD. So this is my project and it is created with .NET 5 application. You can see here framework .NET 5, right? It is .NET 5 application. So coming to our concept about health checking. For as a startup steps, we need to register our add health check service and we need to configure one endpoint for our health check report. This endpoint will return the report for our health check. So let's begin by configuring health check services dot add health. See, this is the add health check service that is loading from Microsoft extensions dot diagnostics dot health checks. So let me register this. So now I registered health checks. Now we need to configure endpoint for health checks. For endpoints also there is a specific endpoint for health checks. For that you need to go and search. Yes, this is the health check endpoint, map health check endpoint. So let's create that middleware and configure the endpoint as health. So these are the beginning steps, which is registering the service and enabling the health checks endpoint. So now we can run and access our health check endpoint and let's check the output it will return. So let me run it. Sorry. So our application has been loaded here. So let's access health check endpoint. See, we are getting some status like healthy. So we haven't registered, just registered service only, we have written any health check for application. By default it is returning status as healthy. So let's register some health checks into our application. So basically health checks let us three types of status like healthy, degraded and unhealthy. All those will be implemented here and understand in this session. So let me add some fake health check to my applications. So to register a specific endpoint, we need to use add check method. This method first parameter is to name the health check. So I will name this health check as my fake healthy. This is my name of my health check. So I need to return status for this health check. Basically we need to do some logic like real-time database query, performance check or external API check. For now I am using fake logic that will return status as healthy. So let me return status as healthy. For returning status as healthy we need to use health check result. So you need to import that namespace, and for this health check I want to return as always healthy. For that I am returning, and here you can give some description, something like, hey, my application is healthy. This is the description for this health check only, nothing more. So let's save it and check the result. So no change here, healthy. Since my health check is returning healthy, it's showing healthy only. So let me add another fake health check that will return degrade status. So let me copy this and make a fake, my health check name as fake degraded, my application description. Now I need to change status as degraded. See, health check result returning another response type like degraded, and let's change my description as degraded. Let's save this and reload my page. See, now I am getting degraded, but if you are observed, we have registered two health checks, but it is returning degraded health check only. That is because here the endpoint by default always return overall status of the application. For suppose we have n number of health checks, in that if at all one health check is degraded, the entire report is generated as degraded. So degraded is not so vulnerable, but there is piece of code that need to be fixed, but not is high priority. Okay, so let also try last status type unhealthy. So unhealthy is more vulnerable. It should be fixed immediately. It's saying that our application state is not at all good. So let me name my unhealthy health check name as unhealthy, and change the status as unhealthy. See, unhealthy. We have discussed it, right? We have status like healthy, degraded, unhealthy. So let's change my description also. So let's refresh our page. See, now I am getting unhealthy, but we have all types of statuses because unhealthy takes the highest priority in the collection of health checks. So unhealthy status is returning from the endpoint. So far so good. We have created anonymous functions that returns the health check status. But if you want, we can maintain separate file for each health check by inheriting the iHealthCheck interface. So let me create a health check with the separate file, because in real time we have to write lot of logic where code won't be looks good if we write here using anonymous methods only. So let me create a separate file. First create a folder like health, and in that let me create a file like test healthcheck.cs. Okay, so let me close this and side never. Okay, now better. Let me copy this namespace. In VS I have some problem with intelligence, so and checks only I have created folder name health. So this is the namespace. Let me create a class, public class test health check. So it should inherit iHealthCheck. It must inherit iHealthCheck service. iHealthCheck. Let's import namespace. So spelling mistake. So iHealthCheck interface comes from Microsoft.extensions.diagnostics.healthchecks. Now we need to implement the interface method, that is check health check, which will get executed automatically by our application. So let me break this code, and for now here also I will return some fake status only. Let me return health check result. Sorry, health result, I think. Let me check from here. Health check result only. Healthy. My application is healthy. Okay, that is the description for my. So what's wrong with it? Okay, that is a sync call, right? Let me fix it by task dot from. So that's it. I have created a health check for in separate file. Let me register it. To register it, add check, and I need to define type. In the type I need to pass my class name, test health check. My application class healthy. So let's refresh the page. Unhealthy. Okay, for getting healthy, let's comment all these and leave our new separate file health check. So this should not be commented. Okay, Okay, now I am using only separate health check. Since it is returning healthy, now we need to see healthy status. Let's change it, degrade to confirm. It's loading from here only. So degraded. So my health checks from separate class is also working. Let me revert it back healthy. So these are all about the basic introduction of the health check. So but the problem here is, if you have multiple, okay, let me uncomment this and check status again. Here I am getting unhealthy only. This is overall report status. But by seeing this, I cannot determine from which health check it is returning healthy, and also I cannot determine which health checks are healthy and which health checks are degraded and unhealthy also, because it is not showing specific to the each health check. But to return full details of the health check, we can achieve it by overriding the response type of the health check endpoint. For that, before going to do anything, first we need to install Newtonsoft JSON NuGet. So let me go there. If you are using Visual Studio, please install package manager command. Since I am using .NET CLI command, I am copying this command, and let me open my terminal and open new window and paste it. Now it's going to install Newtonsoft JSON into my application. So it is installed. Let me check by going to C profile. Yes, it is installed. So as we discussed, now we are going to customize our response. Let me create a private method in the startup file. Private void custom health response. Okay, for now let it be like this only, and copy this name and go to the health check endpoint. Health check endpoint provides one more option to initialize health check options. Let me initialize the object. See, this health check options provide a property called response writer. This will overwrite our health check response rate. Okay, let me assign my custom method to it. Okay, but the problem is the health check is like a delegate which has two input parameters like HTTP context and HTTP report. So let me change my callback method as per that property, HTTP context. Okay, HTTP context and health report. Make it as report. So now I made it as compatible with my response writer property, but still some code change is required. Let's go there and now context dot use context variable response dot content type, define it as application.json, because here I am going to return JSON string. Okay, now I am going to create a JSON object using Newtonsoft JSON in such a way that it is going to represent my entire application health checks and their description, and if any data the health check returning, and as well the each and every health check report and overall status also. So let me create a where JSON obj and new J object. This is Newton's of JSON object. So import that namespace. Okay. Now for this top level of J object, let me create a property name called J property. Name it as status. For this, I want to show value of my overall application status. Okay, overall application status. For that, I am going to use report property status dot toString. Okay, let's go define it step by step. So let me return, no need to return anything, context dot response dot write JSON. Okay, pass our JSON object dot toString. We need to format JSON formatting for indentation. Okay, I am using this. So this is my basic implementation of my return type. So okay, it is async, right? Let me make async task and await it. Okay, now no error. Let's save and check our response data. See, now I am getting JSON string. I am getting overall status as unhealthy with the JSON property. This may be bit look odd. For better understanding, open console and copy this command and use JSON dot parse for better view. Okay, see, this is my object. Now it's showing beautiful. So now I am returning as a JSON string the overall status. Now next step is to get the report of each and every status in my application. Not status, health check in my application. For that, let me add one more property, new J property, and name it as result. And this J property will contains one more Newton JSON object. Okay, J object. Now this object will create another JSON object that will assign to results property. This object contains each and every health check in application as one property, and inside of it, it contains its status, its own status, and its own data. So this result object contains properties are nothing but the names of the our health checks. These names will be created as properties to the properties as of the result object. So to loop those each and every health check in our applications, we can use report dot entities. These entries will give, these entries is nothing but the collection of health checks in our application. So in that, select, let me access them one by one. So this pair will now contain, each time it will loads one health check from my application. So this going to have new J property and for this property I am going to give the key value is nothing but the health check name. So I am creating the each health check as a property to the result object. Okay, for now let's check the result. Okay, I am giving some dummy data. See, now I got more result. Let me parse it for easy understanding. So let's copy this in JSON parse and check. See, this is the overall status, and inside of it I am getting another object result. Each result contain its own property. See, these are all names of my health checks. See, fake healthy, my application calls also. So for now I have assigned simple string. Now I need to make it as object. Inside of the object it will contain its own status. For that let's update our code much more, like here we need again object, right? So I am creating new obj object, sorry, new j object. New j object again contains individual properties of this object. So let me add a new property, j property, and status. This status reference individual health check status, this one. So pay dot, to get the individual health check you need to use value property. From value property you will get status again. This is the each individual property status to string. Okay, let's check this now. Yeah, we got more JSON output. Let's parse it. Okay, see, now now I am getting each individual health check and its status. Each individual health checks and its status. Each individual health check and its status, right? So let's get more information about this individual health checks. Let me add a new property. Sorry, j property, and name it as a description. Here I want to load the description written from the status. See, these status I want to get. So to read them you can do pair dot value dot status dot status itself is not status, description. See, and let me add one more property. So I will end this object creation with this data. This data is a additional information if we are returning any data from the health check. Okay, here I am not returning. If you are returning any additional data, it will read from here. So let's check the overloaded property whether we can see here. See, this data object is right. I am not assigning anything. This can also return. So if you want to any gives any metrics or some information from your response type, means health check response, you can assign to that object. Here I am not giving anything, so I am just reading that property also in case if you need. So let me make it object, j object. Okay, and its sentence pair dot value dot data dot select the new property p dot key p dot value. So that's it, end of our conversion of our response. So let's check our final output. So copy this and parse again for better view. See how beautifully it is parsed now. We are getting each and every star health check description and its status, and if is there any additional input parameter that is returning from the health check, those can be displayed here. So from up to this I am stopping this video. In the next video I am going to explain about more on like real-time scenarios like database connection stability and performance of the external API performance monitoring in the next video. I think this video has been delivered some useful information to you. If you have any suggestions or any doubts, please mention them in the comment section below. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to it. And I am going to post more videos. And okay guys, bye everyone. See you in next video. Signing off.